Acid Curds is one of the few chord sequencing modes in the amazing polyphonic Ornament Crime module. It uses familiar functionality from other modes, like scale tuning and sequence chaining, to allow the user to sequence up to 8 chords in 4 different patterns, which can be chained together to create up to 32 chord-long progressions. As with many of the other modes, the CV inputs are assignable. Trigger 1 is the main clock, used to trigger chord sequences or quantize incoming pitch data. Trigger 2 can also be assigned to clock the chord sequences, while Trigger 3 switches between the different progressions. Trigger 4 resets the progression sequence. Outputs A through D send the relative voltages for chord values to up to 4 different oscillators, ascending from the root in output A when using no chord inversion. In this case, I'm using the Instruo Troika for 3 of the oscillators, and the Sputnik modular oscillator is the 4th. When first entering Acid Curds mode, we are asked to select a scale. This is an important part of the process, as the chords follow the scale to determine the correct note position. Let's choose Ionian to start, which will give us a major scale. The scale mask and root note can be edited as well, as we've seen in other modes. Similar to the sequence mode pattern select, the user can select between one of the 4 different chord progressions to edit. I'll push the right encoder to enter the sequence edit mode. We can use the left knob to switch between editing a chord step or the progression length. Push the left knob to edit these functions, then turn the right knob to change the values. Entering the step edit function, we can turn the left encoder to select the parameter and the right knob to change the value of each chord quality, voicing, inversion, root note, and octave. I'll select the sequence length and set it to 2 chords. With a slow clock routed to trigger 1, I'll start editing the chords to play a musical progression. Changing the bass key or root note allows the progression to move and change, while the other controls offer the ability to fine-tune and tweak the pattern. As we also saw in sequence mode, we can chain our sequences together to play back-to-back, triggering this playback in different ways. The SEQ plus functions chain them back-to-back, playing one after another. We can also trigger the advancing of the progression, or use CV to control which progression plays back when. Directional playback of each progression offers even more depth to how the chord sequences are arranged, with forward, reverse, 2 pendulum modes, random, and Brownian probability over sequence direction. The rest of the options control global transposition and trigger settings, including which input will be used to advance the sequences, as well as enabling transposition using CV sent to input 1. When the down button is pressed, the CV assign menu is toggled on and off, allowing the 4 CV inputs to be assigned to virtually any parameter in the mode. Enable CV1 transpose, and patch your keyboard or sequencer pitch and gate to CV1 and trigger 1. And assign CV2 through 4 to chord quality, inversion, and voicing. Try using DC offsets to shift the values and create complex chord progressions by hand. Or try modulating these and other parameters for some wild, non-traditional results. What tools are you using to create complex chord structures in your modular system? Tell us about it in the comments. Thanks for watching and sharing. As always, please like, follow, and subscribe. And remember, patch smarter.